North versus GODSENT continues. It's map number 2 coming up next. It's Nuke. It's the pick of GODSENT. They've looked unstoppable on this map. Some big performances across the board, and they're going to have to dig deep to come back against North. Map number 1, scrappy affair, but North come out on top, and honestly, Blair, it was anybody's game right up until the final moment.
Yeah, I got to give credit to North as well. The fact that they were able to clinch it out in the end. I think it was, what was it, like a 13-9 or something going the way of GODSENT, and North just going on a tear, on a streak. And despite GODSENT reaching 14 rounds, it was not enough to close it out. Of course, a few mistakes being made by the side of GODSENT as well. That double AWP by the T side comes to mind. But you know what? That was map number 1. It's over. We're heading into Nuke. This is the map picked by GODSENT, the map that they famously, or rather infamously, beat Astralis on in their opening game. Can they recreate the magic is the question. They also beat Mouse Sports on Nuke, so it's a map that they definitely are very, very comfortable on. But then again, Dinko, North are no strangers to Nuke.
Ooh, door open wide. Kid just hiding behind it. Claw opens it. A little nasty surprise there from Madden. He was not ready for that. Oh, definitely not Christmas Carolers. Instead, the bullet to the brain. And now Farley T. Oh my god, doing so much damage. Taken B, eating them up with a P2000. Oh. And finally, Sticko ends the madness. GODSENT win the piss around, but my god, there was a lot happening there, boy.
Oh, that Cajun B. He had comparatively a quiet game on train. He's been the quietest player for the side of North in this entire tournament, but that 1v3, if he clutched it out, that would have been fantastic stuff. The P2K coming into play, unfortunately, it was not to be. Forcepy is going to be coming on in for North anyway. They have the Deagles, they have the CZs, and for the side of GODSENT, it's 4 MAC-10s, something you don't see that often, and 1 solitary AK-47. Farlig taking quite a bit of damage, but Kriaz will escape. Bit of damage being exchanged there. That was a good read from North, though. That was an excellent read. They knew exactly what GODSENT were going to do. However, they weren't quite able to land the shots.
Oh, KGB going down to Madden's MAC-10. A fantastic start coming into this round for GODSENT. Now trying to push forward, clearing out the backside. Geared is there with a headshot. Emily picking up 1 on the MAC-10 as Geared just rattling back. And Christo doing some work alongside Sticko, and somehow we're in a 2v1. North doing a lot of damage here, Blah. Nonetheless, it is a 1v2 for Lekro. We talk about his prowess in the Deagle. We almost exhaust that point, but there's a good reason as to why. He's incredible on the weapon, and now Madden and Sticko locking themselves in. This is going to be a difficult retake attempt for Lekro. Some would say close to impossible, but gonna move forward. Oh, what? What is that from Lekro? That headshot immediately taking down Sticko, and now he's looking for one more. Madden is 1 bullet from death. Lekro can land this shot anywhere in the body, and Madden will be out of there. He's looking for this kill. The bomb is taken. He knows he has to go. The time really is a limiting factor. He needs this quick kill. They spotted him going for the shot, but Madden on the headshot. Lekro tries his best, but GODSENT will win 2 in a row.
I don't think Lekro knew how low Madden was, or else the moment he saw him. Look at the shot. What is that shot?
Boom. Oh. He is nasty.
Nasty Lekro. Unfortunately, the round will still go the way of GODSENT. Unfortunately for North, that is. Fortunately for GODSENT, they clutch it out. It was a very expensive round, however. And they did have just a 4 MAC-10s, though, and the AK-47 survives. And now they're going to be looking to keep a majority of the players alive. And just a P250 and a Deagle and a CZ being purchased for North. They have 1 flashbang in the hands of Gade. And all players, 3, 4, 5 players dropping down towards the vents. And that's exactly where GODSENT are heading towards. This could get interesting.
Madden moving forward with the AK. About to walk into the lion's den. Look what he plays here right now. Team line at the moment, though. Finally, a kill comes through as Lekro on the Deagle, picking up 1. And now KGB left alone, 1v4. Swings into the open Zen with a headshot. And that's it, locked out. GODSENT 3-0 up right now, looking comfortable on Nuke. They're looking well-versed on this map.
Looking very solid indeed. Zen as well, just running it through the flames. Shutting it down. Very, very efficiently, very, very quickly. Losing just to 1 player to Lekro's Deagle. Now it's going to be the real test coming in. Christo with the AWP. He had some big rounds there. Lost the young one on train with the AWP. And now now we're going to see a bit of a spam battle. Gade taking a bit of damage. Crystal with a missed shot. That's a bit of an issue. And Emmy is going to take advantage of that to push on further. The smoke's will be deployed. And Emmy's going to use that opportunity to creep all the way towards Secret, where he is going to be lying in wait. Now, the remaining players, they're waiting outside towards the lobby. They haven't made a play yet. I think it's all a ruse, Dinko. Might be going towards ramp. Yeah, exactly. That is going to be the plan, because they have a player towards Secret, and it's going to come down to Emmy, who's going to try and get the flank, while the remaining members are going to be heading towards ramp. Let's see how this one plays out. Lekro is going to be making contact. He's going to find one, find two. Not able to get the third, but it's done his job. But if Emmy can get the timing right and find Gade, this lower bomb site could be GODSENT's for the taking.
Still a man down. Trying to find a kill here, Emmy. But Gade, he could do everything. Close quarters. Looking for the kill on the ramp player. Madden is so aware, though. Madden is going to hard check this corner. Gade needs to be quick, but Madden is quicker. 3v3, they clear the ramp, and now they have a real access point to this lower bomb site. KGB trying to get there quickly, but Emmy, look at his position. KGB completely unaware right now, had no idea he was there. And GODSENT, well, they've got a 2v1. Or should I say a 3v2? Now 3v1 is Kriaz is up here on the top of the stairs, head torn off, and GODSENT with 4.
Clinical stuff coming out from GODSENT there. That was a North's buy round. Well played from GODSENT, using the smokes to allow Emmy towards Secret. They had a bit of a ruse towards the upper bomb side, and they get the timing right to strike towards ramp. And despite Lekro's heroics getting a 2k, it was just not to be. It was just not enough. 4-0 once more. North with the Deagles. They're off to a pretty horrid start here. GODSENT once more using the smoke wall, crossing on over. They have the rifles, not a single SMG. Leaving Sticko on the float, on the look, looking for anyone, any of the CTs to push on out towards lobby, trying to be adventurous. They're going to be meeting Sticko. And GODSENT are being very methodical with the way they're approaching things on his T side. Still early days, but they're painting a very pretty picture. And if this trend continues, number 3 could be a distinct possibility. For North, though, Dinko, they want to close this out 2-0, right? They won train. It was a hard-fought affair. It's Nuke. It's a map that they're usually, historically, they've been very, very comfortable playing. And considering they're able to win train with these 2 new players, they should be feeling comfortable in Nuke.
No, they shouldn't be, and that's why coming into this one, I would have to heavily favor GODSENT. You know, they have looked really good on Nuke. They beat Astralis on Nuke. They've looked fantastic on an individual front. Train just looked a little questionable for me in terms of some of the decisions, some of the individuals. But right now, Nuke's perfectly working well for it. You know, the system's in place. The cogs are turning. As soon as I say that, Gade and Crystal taking kills. KGB the Deagle as well. Oh my God, Blood! It's all just falling apart.
It's completely gone wrong. A round that GODSENT should have had in the back pocket should have been so easy, and North just steal it away. KGB popping off. The Deagle catches Sticko. Sticko was waiting so very patiently, and the timing just doesn't work out, and it took a little too long. They got funneled into the pistols of North. Huge round for North to win. And now for GODSENT. Still have a buy, still have a lot of money to work with. What are they going to do with it? Kristoff spots the first player out. Once more, they're going to go for the tried and tested, right? They're just going to be going in for the play through the smoke. So rather using the smoke. And this time they're wasting no time. A much faster pace being set by GODSENT. And Gade getting flushed out from his position with the Molotov. Sticko once more playing towards the lobby. This time a little bit more aggressively. This time he's probably going to be trying to sell something here. But Gade, his call for backup. Even though they've lost control of Secret, they've lost control of back fence, they still are trying to find something. Lekro takes the duel with Frolic, but Emmy's going to strike on him. Gade is going to go big. He's going to find one. Not able to get a second. The trade's going to go the way of GODSENT, and it's going to come down to Kriaz to pull off something truly magical.
Oh, spam through the door, getting blasted right now, GODSENT. They're looking for this 5th round to lock it in. They had a bit of a hiccup in the previous round, but Sticko up here on the A site, looking to try and lock it out. This man's near knowledge is unbelievable, by the way. I've seen some incredible flashes from him on this exact spot. Oh, just a little side note. This round looks like it's done. 3 out of 0 kills to his name. Finally going to try and change that, but that nade might just do it. Yep, it gets 1. I was going to get the close play, but instead it goes deep and catches Farley. The round collected for GODSENT, 5-1 up, and North, well, they find themselves on the receiving end of a GODSENT retaliation.
That's a way to strike back. GODSENT snatching away the round from North. I kind of like what I saw there from GODSENT, right? They weren't being trepidant. They were much more convincing in the way they were going about things. They were telegraphing exactly what they were going to do, and still North weren't able to reply. The lower bomb site hold had 2 players there, and GODSENT just pounced on them. Great trading, great spacing as well, and that's going to force Crystal to go for an aggressive play. Hop out, playing towards outside ready. Here's a player around the corner. Is he going to peer down, though? It's a question. Farley's going to get the opening pick. Farley's going to find 2. That is huge.
Yeah, that is massive from Farley. We are definitely looking at a fantastic GODSENT performance right now on T side. A little bit of a hiccup, of course, with North's individual ability. They were able to pull something wild off with the pistols, but other than that, GODSENT have been just indomitable right now on this map, and there's nothing you can really do for North. It's a brand new team, 2 new players. There's going to be a lot going wrong. And I think the CT side of Nuke is actually one of the halves in Counter-Strike that has the most moving parts, right? You got these rotations. They're very different in comparison to a lot of the other maps. It takes a lot of communication, a lot of practice to get it down properly. And right now, not really working out for North. You can see them having to save again. They lose Gade. And hopefully, they hit this AWP to the next round. Looks like no one's nearby anyway. So, GODSENT 6-1 up. North carrying an AWP and an M4 over. While we're starting to see those rounds just tick on by.
The problem here for, but aside from North, is the way GODSENT are winning these rounds. It's very convincing, right? I mean, apart from the 1 round which they lost to that pistol buy, and Farley just opening up the bomb site alone, that shouldn't really be happening. No trades taking place, and despite the aggressive setup from North towards outside, GODSENT don't present anything. Tactical timeout going to be called, the first one off this map. It's going to be North who's going to be going for it. They, of course, have enough money for the buy, but nothing really going their way, and GODSENT and go. Yeah, they're showing why they've picked Nuke. They're showing why they wanted the... surprisingly, I won't lie, I am pleasantly surprised as to how well they've been playing Nuke, taking down Mouse Sports, taking down freaking Astralis as well. That's a huge map to have in your back pocket. The fact that you can be so dangerous in a map like Nuke, which is a map that a lot of teams do play nowadays in modern day Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and I think GODSENT really found their form on this map. It's one they used to always have as kind of a third map decider, but recently they've picked it up as a focus point for them, and they've been doing a fantastic job at it. Madden, oh my god, that's quick from Madden. Christo just tore it apart, and Madden just sprinting into the lower bomb site. That's the kind of aggressive T rounds you want to see from this guy. And now, really, it's panic stations for North. Lyco has to try and figure out what he's going to do around this corner. 2 players currently there. Patient B is on the lower side, but he's still hasn't spotted Madden. He hasn't made any eye contact on that player that slipped into the lower bomb site. And now it's time for the polar opposite play. ME coming in from heaven. They have no idea. Look how much map control GODSENT have right now. This is unbelievable. Farley and ME taking the kills, getting Cajun B left alone in a 5v2.
Absolutely getting wrecked. ME just patiently waiting, looking to find any extra player he could see. When he doesn't find anyone, he executes a player on upper bomb set. And yeah, I mean, this is just GODSENT just shredding apart the C-side defense. Oh my lord, the timing. Gay doesn't even get a single kill, caught looking the wrong way. Nothing is going the way of North right now. It's worrying. Despite the fact they have won map number 1, GODSENT just seem to have brushed off that loss, and they're looking just nigh indomitable at the moment, just running away with the round. 7-1 will be the scoreline as we reach halfway point of the first half.
I think it's because it was so... Cajun B. Oh, gonna get overrun. Sticko chopping his head off, and Cajun B doesn't have money. Oh, god damn it. North not in a good spot right now. I have to say, though, I do feel like they've been able to brush it off because they know how good they are on Nuke, but also that first map was... I think it just came down to mistakes from GODSENT. I don't think it was anything like getting outclassed by North. I feel like GODSENT had that in the bag. I mean, there were so many rounds up. They just kind of fell apart on that T side. So I feel like there was new in the back of their head coming into the second map. Things would be all right. They would have a good opportunity to recover the series. North are going to be on the back foot for pretty much the majority of this series, and taking map number 1 is huge for them. But at this point, it is looking difficult for the rest of the series, I have to say. But we'll see if they can put up a fight here on Nuke.
On a shot in the hands of Cajun B. Top of the hut. Let's see if the alligator can chomp a few players out. He doesn't have the alligator skin, which makes me sad. I think I've got a default skin, but I don't think Cajun B is the sort of player who needs the skins to win the rounds. He's going to be dropping on down. Molotov forcing him out of his position. Christo's going to open things up, finds Madden. That's a big kill. And now the 2 players outside towards Mini trying to hunt down Gate. And Gate is going to do a fantastic job finding 2 of the kills, isolating the fights. Sticko does reply back, but the bomb is dropped out in the open right at Gate's feet. So Farley and Sticko, they have a lot of work to do. And they don't have much time either. 35 seconds to work with. This one's done. This round's done.
25 seconds. Farley looking for the headshot. He's not too far away from landing them, and Lecco with the headshot pulls it back. Sticko, now the last remaining player. This is a much better round out of North. The most convincing round we've seen from them so far in terms of being competitive here on Nuke. He is performing well on the double. Sticko trying his best here, but 3 seconds. All about staying alive. Doesn't want to go down, even though he's got 9k in the bank. He just want to save over this AK. Some extra money as well. And there we go. 7-2 on the board. GODSENT, you know, looking pretty hot to trot right now, but North finding a little bit of success. A small round coming out of nowhere, but we'll see if they can turn this into consistent success. Of course, they won with the pistols a little bit earlier on, but they couldn't quite turn it into consistent success.
Do it though. Yes. Lined up. And GODSENT once again going for their the bread and butter smoke cross rather, not smoke cross. What am I even saying? Cajun B, however, does find Sticko. There's a big gap in the smoke, and that will be neutralized. Slowly but surely they creep on towards Secret. Christo hasn't spotted anyone out. The timing is everything, and the final player, he will unfortunately not be able to cross on Nova. But Gate ready and waiting, smoke deployed, perfect timing. And it's going to force GODSENT to slow things down again. They've lost their opening player, the opening pick. And now information has been gathered that at least a couple of players here towards outside.
$55 seconds now. Gid. Same down on the lower side. Molotov around the corner, and Gid's trying to walk forward. Oh, the lineup! 2 kills! I seen it coming in my mind's eye, and it works out perfectly for Gid. He wants another one here as well. Perfect repositioning. Instead of falling back, he goes forward, and that's 3 kills collected, and the round secured here for GODSENT, unless Madden can pull off a 1v5. He's collected the first kill into the clutch, and with 30 seconds left, he's got so much to do. There's a player in the vent, and he has to worry about him as well. He's 9-3 right now. Madden's been having a fantastic game. 19 seconds left. No real chance of picking this up. And yet again, it's going to be another player saving over into the next round for GODSENT. Not bad from Gade. Back-to-back fantastic rounds.
Yep. We saw him leading by example on Train. And it's doing the same thing over here as well on the side of Nuke. He is the highest rated player for the side of North in this tournament. 1.09 HLTV rating. Second highest is Lecro and Christo on 1.03. Okay, just, yeah, calling, fragging, clutching, doing everything in the lineup, like you mentioned, perfect. A bit of repositioning as well to catch Zen off guard. Great start from North there. A couple of rounds back-to-back, a little bit of life. Danish side. The question is, like I said, Dinko, consistency is key. Can they continue to string a few rounds together here? Because 7-3 is still heavily favoring the mixed side of GODSENT.
Oh, Cajun B Good headshot onto Emmy, just decapitating him as he ran out under the A bomb site. He wants another one. He wants more from where that came from. He's got it as well onto Farley. KGB just holding on finally. He's dealt with Ted just ripping his head from his shoulders, and now it's just Sticko alone in the world. A 1v3. Now Sticko, he's very good at the clutches. Very cerebral player, and you can see how aware he is of that position of Lecro. He cannot win the aim duel, but nonetheless, and will be the round for North. 4 rounds picked up. Now, Blatant. Honestly, this is the play we wanted out of North, right? We wanted some life out of them. They didn't have any coming into Nuke, but they have shown up.
Also a bit of a misexecute, I feel like, from GODSENT there. Like the first player running on out was taken down by, I think it was Cajun B playing from Mini right before the smoke bloomed. So a bit of the timing not really working out. I think the synergy was a bit off for GODSENT in that upper take. And also the player on top of Hut not really getting Molotov'd out. The thing is, for GODSENT, they have so much, or rather they had so much money in the bank. They could keep buying time and time and time again. However, they're finally now scraping the bottom of the barrel. Out of money. Potential final buy here. If they don't win this, they're going to be forced to go for just the work with just the pistols. And that's an opportunity for North to further reduce the deficit. Sticko. Here's the Lecro wrapping up a few bullets. Is it just me? It does seem like GODSENT have like slowed it down a bit here. Like when they were winning the rounds, it was so convincing. It was so aggressive, and now they've slowed it down. However, Sticko's not slowing things down at all. He's gonna find Lecro, and immediately wasting no time, he's gonna go barreling into the lower bomb side, but waiting for him, it's gonna be Cajun B.
Yeah, I feel like they have slowed down a little bit, but I think that's mainly because North have kind of forced them to do it, right? They were trying some of those grouped up, quicker, explosive plays, and Gade was getting multi-kills. He's finally started to line them up, but honestly, for GODSENT, it just comes down to regaining that confidence. I mean, you can see Sticko here just opening up that ramp room, easily taking that headshot, and now they're going to walk down into the lower side. Cajun B being fantastic in recent rounds, and he has to try and do it again. He can have these performances on Nuke every now and then where he just pops off, so we'll see if he can hold on. It's going to be a true test, a true litmus test, should we say. See how he will perform going into the next few moments on the server. Flash buying out, Cajun B immediately domed by Zen, and that is the round pretty much wrapped up. If GODSENT can just play this post plant correctly, Kriaz coming down through the vent. He's had 2 kills so far on this map. He's been underwhelming, to be honest, but see if he can do anything. Around this corner, Madden's waiting. He's got a hard check this, and Madden's walking into his crosshair. Damn, that's quick.
Not much of an opportunity there for Kriaz to get anything done. They were also isolated as well. No one able to trade with each other. No flaggers coming on in. Gade at least finds a constellation frag onto Madden. But yeah, round's done. GODSENT 7-1 was the scoreline. North bring 3 back, but GODSENT to finally stop this mini streak coming in from North. It's going to be 8-4. It's so unfortunate for North, right? They win 3 in a row. They're 1 round away from breaking the economy of GODSENT, and then GODSENT bring it back.
Yeah, that's a good round coming in from GODSENT. They desperately needed to get back to winning ways. You know, you continue to go down this negative spiral of round losses. You can very easily let North back into it. They know that from trade. You've seen North get back into things. They figured it out over on the second half and managed to take the win in regulation. Just about. Now the quicker play for GODSENT. This is what you were talking about. These quick explosive plays once they've got that round back. Madden into the lower side. How many times are they going to send him down into that lower bomb side? It feels like once they do that, the problem for North seems to be just adjusting their defense properly. You know, they lose too much map control because they're just panicking, right? Madden's in the lower side. What's happening? Someone makes a hole and then they take control of heaven. You know, there's just so many weaknesses that are created just by creating some sort of panic in the team. Oh my god, Sticko. Wallbang through the roof. Cajun B brought down, and it's a 2-man advantage in for GODSENT.
Oh, that's just brutal. Getting shot from below. Crystal, he needs to go for a play here, but Farley is more than ready. Waiting for the peak to come on in. Sticko is going to continue his reign of terror. Finds Lecro now. Oh, this is just clinical. This is just clinical stuff. Crystal gets denied with the smoke. Gade Could find a kill, but it's still a 5v2, and it's looking very unlikely. Look at Madden's position, Dinko. This one's done. This one's done. Or maybe not. Christo does find Madden from behind. Gets a tag on the volley. Can he get the follow-up shot? Can he get the kill? That is the question. There's a nade in hand. The nade, however, is going to go on deep. Volley repositioning himself in a Molotov. This could be it. That could be North getting forced out from this retake. Still going for it, Dinko.
They're still going for it. Gate over the top of heaven, looking down into the site. No one spotted yet for the rifler. They're looking to take a shot off as soon as he finds one, but it's Christo somehow getting a double, but Farley wins the round on low HP. 9 rounds for GODSENT. A nice close affair towards the end there, but GODSENT will pick it up nonetheless. 9-4 as we head into the last 2 rounds of this first half. GODSENT, yeah, they're taking control again, Blah. I mean, that round isn't that convincing, but it's the fact that, you know, these early rounds are just so good for GODSENT that they're putting them in positions where they should win 8 times out of 10. A couple of fumbles here and there on the individual front.
And GODSENT showing why this is a map pick. They're looking very technically sound, hitting the shots as well. I mean, the 2 main criteria, you know, you're good tactically and you're hitting your shots as well. That should be you winning, right? And even the previous round, even though it got kind of close, it was because it was still a 5v2, right? The way they're winning these opening duels, just slowly picking apart his defense from North. It's not pretty, Dinko. Let's see what North can do here, though. Just the pistols. Madden waiting patiently for Gate to show himself. North are going to be disciplined. They're not going to be peering into any waiting AK-47s. Molotov deployed, making life a little too hot there for Cajun B. Korea's taking a bit of damage from the flames as well, and Emmy's going to find Cajun B. And with that, the first defense. Oh, Zen almost finds Korea's as well, and Emmy just running and winning every single duel. Madden's going to steal the frag away, but yeah, round's pretty much done here. Just wasting no time, just winning every single duel. And despite taking a bit of damage, GODSENT, they're going to get round number 10 here.
Get over the top. I thought he's going to be able to at least delight the ball play for a moment, but Sticko, damn quick on the headshot. 10-4 going into the last round of the first half. It's looking real solid right now for GODSENT. You take a look at the money, of course, and yeah, they have no weaknesses going into this buy either for North, so they will get the AWP out for Christo. The M4 is out as well. Utility's good for North heading into this last round. They could potentially find themselves a fifth going into the second half. Now, they got 5 rounds over on the T-sided Trin. They pulled it back. I don't know if I have so much faith in the T-sided Nuke, but we'll see how that one plays out.
Start going for a very brave play. I don't think he's in Madden's position. Oh, but he can lands the flick. That's big. Smokes off the entry towards Squeaky. He's going to be falling back down towards fence and going to be wrapping around all the way towards Ramp to help out his teammate Electro, who will have to relinquish his position towards Ramp. So despite GODSENT losing a player, they do gather some real shit. And Emmy once more on the lurk. And how have they passed each other? Gates behind towards T-spawn while Emmy's all the way towards Hell. This is a bonkers round.
This is a very bonkers round, and Emmy's in towards Heaven Gate. Now in lobby, spotted the bomb in the back of Sticko. He knows the 2 players there, but oh, the first headshot clearing out. Spots Sticko as well. That's a 2nd kill collected. What a mental round for North. And Gate will carry them through to a 5th round. It's time for a short break. We'll be right back after this.
want you now. Now, now, now.
10-5 at the half. GODSENT leading the way. They've reached double figures. 5 rounds for North. They had it on the T side coming out of Trim. It was enough to get the win, but this time, Blur, I feel like it's going to be even more difficult.
It could be. They do have a plan in store for us here. Gate and Cajun B. A lot of utility. Smoke for Squeak. Not making any noise though. Watch walking out. 7 smoke as well. Oh, I love this. I love this. But Zen still finds Lekro. I'm not sure if Lekro stood up there for a second, but he gets decapitated because of it. Remaining players going to come charging on towards the lower bomb. So Masticko's ready and waiting. He's looking to find a headshot. Not going to find anything. Bomb will be planted. But it will be man advantage for the side of GODSENT. They have a kit as well. I said man advantage has been neutralized, but Sticko's going to get it back.
Sticko pulling it back. Zen as well finding some success. And a 4v2 right now with Gate flanking in behind. How is he here again? He needs the shots, but they're not landing. And it's going to be GODSENT grabbing 11. Cristo out of that. The pistols picked up going into the second half. And GODSENT looking to try and bring us to that third map. It's a good start in the second half. They'll need to continue that if they want to pick up this win, though. North can definitely battle back. We've seen it before. And Gate was starting to light it up towards the end of that first half. Blood. We started to see more performances out of him. And I really liked his performance over on Train. He had a lot of big moments for the team.
He did indeed. But it's not good enough, right? Well, North. Got through for us here. It has been both pistol rounds to won by GODSENT, mind you. There's a 7-1 scoreline favoring the international mix. 11-5 is a much healthier scoreline for North, but it's still not good enough. GODSENT, if they're able to convert this round as well, they're going to be seeing North with just the pistols, and that's an opportunity for GODSENT to go to a 13-5 lead, and that's something that's going to be rankling in the minds of North. Waiting patiently, waiting for some aggression from the CTs, which isn't going to be transpiring. Sticko, 15-7, he's been having a fantastic game so far. He's going to stick on around. That's a huge play from Sticko. Finds Cristo, and he's actually going to come back to its trap. That's so much information gained, Dinko.
GODSENT just holding that man advantage in play early. 39 seconds left for North. Look like they want to go in towards this A site. Madden's holding close to this hut. Emmy with an incendiary at the ready to throw that down, but the flash is going to come out first. The Molotov now following up in behind it. He needs to get a good position, a good angle on this, and needs the timing to work out for him. There it is. MP9 over the top. That's one. And a second from Madden. Swaps out to the Khalil. And now Gate turning back. He will shut Madden out of the round, but needs more than that. Ball will go down for North. And a 3v2. A man advantage in play for GODSENT on this retake, followed up by forcing Gate out of position. And Zen will burn away his own teammate. Gets the kill, though. Secures the round. And I think that's all right.
Here's a fire starter, a twisted fire starter indeed, but you know what? It also ensures that he flushes out Gate from the position. Gate's doing whatever he can in these scrappy duels, but it's just not good enough. GODSENT 12-5 bomb at least gets planted for the side of North, but it's not going to be enough to eke out a buy. At least it can have a bit of utility, some upgraded pistols. Well, and work from Madden there from above, dropping down and delivering death. How does Frolic even touch the play? I think he just licked him and he just gets taken down. Attack timeout getting called by North, second off the map. But honestly, Dinko, it's going to require a Herculean task from North to bring this one back. GODSENT just look like the better team by far on Nuke.
It's because they are, and they just are showing that right now. North, pretty uncomfortable on this map. I think coming into the series, they probably would have been well aware that Nuke was coming through. If they were worried about playing Nuke and didn't feel comfortable with the rest, I feel like they probably would have banned it if they were very, very worried about Nuke. I think they knew it just had to come through. You know, if they don't ban that in the first rotation, GODSENT are going to pick it. And North just knew this was coming up. I don't think they would ever have expected that it would have been a great showing for them. And it's pretty understandable as to why it wouldn't be. 12-5 right now, though, for GODSENT. They are up, feeling very comfortable. I think it's almost a sure thing, to be honest, Blair, that we go to map number 3. And I know it's still 12-5, still relatively early days, but right now I do feel like map number 3 is a real possibility between these two teams.
Indeed it is. Crawling. It's good for one. Zen continuing to take the fight. And it's going to be Frolic coming in from Garage. Goes to the wide swing and finds both the players. So, despite the one casualty for the side of GODSENT. Oh, never mind. Kriaz. Clean shot. Looking for more. All of a sudden, it's turned around. 4v2 to now a 2v2. Kriaz has got the Deagle, has got a Kevlar. It's going to be fading away from outside. How has this even happened?
No one really knows as to what's happened, but Kriaz suddenly coming to life. He had a very quiet first half. 2 Deagle kills secured in this one. Farley thought he'd done enough to get 13 rounds on the board for GODSENT, but he needed the last push to get them over the line here. Sticko and Emmy may just be the 2 players that can do it. Sticko about to come around, but KGB has the angle, and just unfortunate, cannot land the headshot. Now Kriaz with it all to do. He's the bomb carrier, walking into the lobby. Emmy so aware, 13 rounds for GODSENT, 3 away from victory. I have to say, a valiant attempt there from North, but nonetheless, it is a loss.
Yeah, got a little scary there. Great stuff from Gade and Christoph to make it a bit expensive, though. But if I'm GODSENT, I'm not feeling worried at all. Nice shots from Kriaz. He's had a rough map. So, at least, hopefully, you know, those frags might help him feel a little bit more confident when we do potentially head into map number 3. We still don't know if this one's done yet, as Christoph deletes Farley. Farley maybe getting a little too overeager there, Dinko, just dancing around. Zen will pick up the AWP from his fallen teammate. But Madden's position here. Is Gate going to check? He should be. He should be. He's not. And Madden, he's getting so much information. Finally executes him. Got a little scary there. Can he make his escape is the question. He spots a player out. Cajun B and Madden going in for the fight, but Cajun B is good for the frag.
Yeah, Madden just trying to sort of pre-aim that position. Didn't work out for him. Emmy now firing the headshot onto Christo. 3v2. Man advantage still intact for GODSENT, but Cajun B could change that. He's about to come around through the hut. Up on top is Sticko playing just above him. Cajun B's going to hear the utility usage, and Sticko brought down. Now a 2v2. 50 seconds left. Molotov out to heaven. That's going to force Zen back down the ladder. He's got to hold on for a few more seconds here. And that's just locking down site control for this team. Lecker is going to go for the bomb plant. Zen over the top. Bomb plant starting to come through here. And they're just waiting on Emmy to get in better position right now before they go for this retake. He's getting closer and closer, just clearing out some of the angles. And eventually they're going to go into this site together. Emmy's the kick carrier. He's the player that has the time to play with. And they're going to swing out into the site. One playing from just behind the site itself, and one close box is here. KGB has the info. There is one coming in through me, and Zen wins the battle down on towards Lycro, and now KGB with it all to do. He's the player that brought them to this position, and he's the one that tries to get them out, and he's done it! 4 kills for KGB, and a 6th round for North locked in.
He doesn't look too happy though, Denko. He knows that these rounds, just one-off rounds, are not going to be enough for them to mount this comeback. Huge play from him, however. Lovely flash from Emmy to enable his teammate to get the kill. Brilliant flashbang there. Lecker was blinded for days, but then Cajun B goes big. He's so low in health. Zen had the pistol out. I feel like he would have won it, but
oh my god,
through the smoke, he finds 2 kills, and Emmy's going to take a Lecker as well. It's all gone wrong, Dinko. It's a 4v2. Cajun B at least replies back, but what was that from Farley?
Yeah, that was just two big deke spams, 2 kills collected on it. KJB, you can see why he wasn't happy coming out of that. You said it wasn't enough just to get those one-offs. That's exactly what it was, it seems. Kriaz and KJB in a 2v4 up against a lower tier buy. They got to do it again. KJB's got to do it all again. And he's out of there. You can't expect one man to do it all. And now it's Kriaz. 6 kills. He's got to do something here. Seems like he's playing a little bit too tentative. And he hasn't really gained his confidence just yet.
Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna go their way. Just want to bring back.
Not.
Yeah, I just want to bring back everyone's attention because this round, honestly, I feel like this one's done. Bring back everyone's attention to like Crystal gave an interview a couple of days back, right, where he's like, he feels GODSENT's gonna do way worse after he's been removed from the lineup.
Yeah.
And they're kind of proving him wrong. That being said, you know, it's against the North, who's kind of struggling right now. You know, they have these 2 new additions coming in. They also lost their mouse sports, but they've looked so competitive, haven't they? The side of GODSENT, and that's something which honestly I didn't expect to see.
Well, they are still competitive, and we'll see if Kriaz can be competitive in this 1v4, the first kill, and that's it. But yeah, for sure, they have looked way more competitive recently. I think, honestly, Crystal, it just doesn't bring in the fragging power. That's just the unfortunate thing about him, and always has been. That's something that everybody's aware of. And if it's kind of a similar story behind the ideology of the Mad Lions move, getting rid of Hunden. Why that seems so extreme is because Mad Lions were at a really good level. The best thing about that team, the reason they got to that level was because of Hunden. But the problem is, to compete in modern Counter-Strike, you've got to be a good player individually as well. And unfortunately, Hunden just wasn't. So to make that next level, it is a weird cut to do, but it is necessary. I feel like it's the same with Crystal. Like they kind of peaked, I think, with this team. And I think Emmy, you know, a lot of people didn't think he was the one, but so far so good. But it's still very early in the team.
I think it was with that crazy lineup where Emmy was coaching, and then after they lost Nexa, and who was it? Hunter and Nexa to G2. That's when Emmy came back to Crazy to fill in their shoes, right? And I was very impressed. I think it was a DreamHack Open. I forgot which one it was. It was last year where he came in and they played fantastic with him. And I was like, damn, the guy can coach. He can come back to playing, can still take heads, and he's doing that here. He's leading by example. The team is looking great. Sure, the train didn't go their way. You know, some weird buys, some mistakes being made by the side, and North really playing some pretty decent Counter-Strike. But right now in Nuke, they are toying with North. A team who do play a Nuke, Denko. They are a team who used to be very comfortable on it. But again, time and time again, I have to bring up the caveat that they are playing with 2 brand new players in this lineup. And both the players are not used to playing in a tournament of this stature. A tournament where you have teams like an Astralis, you have teams of, you know, like a Mouse Sports, like a Liquid playing. So it was never going to be easy.
No, definitely not. And I think with Emmy, I don't think he's a steadfast coach. I think he's very much using the coaching position to get into a better position to be a player. And I think that we've certainly seen that. Well, Madden with the headshot, KJB going out of the way. Sticko trying to hold on. The decon doors swung open and the smoke down on the site. Sticko now just playing inside of the smoke. North trying to get the bomb down. They might just be able to do it here. And Sticko going for the spray, gets a double. Finally shut down by Lecro. 2v3 though. GODSENT looking good. They've got better weapons, but Lecro's still alive, and he's caught trying to transition in position. And now it's Gid. Headshot collected on the first. Worried about his right side, but both players are inside of the site right now. Gid has a decent position to decon, but they close the door. Bomb's planted for him. He can get the lineup. Pulls Farley off the bomb. He's just running that clock down. He's exactly aware of how to play this one out. The headshot, Gid looking for the follow-up. This could be incredible, and it is. Another big clutch for North, and it's Gid this time carrying them through.
Look at him chewing that gum, the way he just chewed those 3 players out. 1v3, plays it clinically. In the meantime, with the mainstream, we also have another game taking place. Astralis versus G2. Scores tied up 13-13. Map number 1 going the way of Astralis. I do believe it was 16-14 to 16-13. That was Dust2, the pick from G2. And right now, G2 battling it out on Inferno, the pick from Astralis. That game should be a banger as well. But this was played to absolute perfection by Gade. And he doesn't even break a sweat. Literally, Dinko.
The problem right now for North is even though they're winning these big clutches, no one's really celebrating. The mindset is terrible right now. Yeah, that's the problem, right? You need something to fire you up. They've had 2 big clutches, but the problem is they've never really been able to go on a tear after that. Complexity were down 13-7 earlier on. They had a big clutch from Rush, and they pulled it back, and they went to overtime. So, you know, it was a real possibility. You just got to have a positive mindset. Got to fire up. I know it's a real negative scenario to be in right now, but North, I know their expectations.
It reminds me of this one bus ride. I mean, this run should go the way of North, so I'm just going to go on a little bit of an anecdote where this is IEM Katowice 2019. They had the Asian minor and EU minors and everything at the same time, right? And my bus ride from the hotel to the airport was with the North team. Like, it was me alone with the North guys to the airport, but just like a 45, 50-minute ride, early morning. And this is North who had got knocked out from qualifying from the majors by VG Gaming, of all teams. That was the most silent, most awkward ride I've ever been on. Like, not a single peep, not a single word from any of the players of North. It was awkward, Dinko. I won't lie. I was feeling pretty uncomfortable there.
I had a similar bus journey, and it was the, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it was the ENS Media Day. Yeah, it was not a sound in that bus. And that was just a normal day. Nonetheless, it's Emmy in this 1v3. He's got the CZ. Looking for the possible clutch. Checks to the right side. It's a MAC-10. Walking up the top of the stairs. Lycro. Going down to the MAC-10, and now an AK available to Emmy to shatter open these windows. If an emergency, break the glass. Certainly is an emergency right now for GODSENT, trying to win out this round. Emmy moving forward, looking for a shot, but Cajun B will secure it. Finally, North put a couple together.
Yeah, Media Day for ENS is usually awkward and quiet. Although their new addition is he's been fantastic with interviews. I think it was Doto.
Yeah, Dodo has been brilliant on the interviews, actually.
Yeah, using more than 5 words in an entire interview is quite.
Let's make our job a little easier.
100%. It's better than getting monosyllabic answers to like. So, how did you how did you guys feel about that map? How did you counter your opponents? Yes. North aren't quite done yet here, Dinko. Well, Kriaz from above he's gonna have an easy time getting the pick there. And yeah, GODSENT doing a pretty good job. Sorry, North rather doing a pretty good job just picking up the pieces here. It's gonna be almost a flawless round, considering it's just GODSENT. They're gonna be happy with that. There we go. Not a single point of damage being taken by North, but for how long can they hold on is the question. GODSENT just 2 rounds away from taking us to map number 3, which, if memory serves me right, is gonna be on Overpass. A map that I haven't seen GODSENT play. And North, the one time we saw this lineup play Overpass was against Furia, where, to put it very gently, they got completely battered on. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have lost Dinko for the time being, so you guys are just stuck with me solo casting this, but it's okay. I'm sure Dinko will be back very soon. As we do see GODSENT playing pretty aggressive here. Gate's going to be lying in wait, but Madden's going to come out on top. Takes him down. Emmy spots a player coming on out. The nade is good, but it's going to be a second too late. Cajun B will make his escape, heading down to the vents. 5v4 now. GODSENT 4 more kills to get to map point. As Emmy. And Farley with a pretty aggressive position from him towards Hut. But unfortunately for him, there's no one to find. The remaining players of North, they all gathered outside. And they have sent in Cajun B on a fact-finding mission. He was the one who went down vents, couldn't find anything. And now what's he going to do? Is he going to be heading back towards vents is the question here. Are they going to be going in for kind of like a pincer attack? Doesn't look likely. They could potentially head towards Secret, but meanwhile, look at the flank coming in from Emmy. This could be massive. He spots 1, spots 2, spots 3. It's going to do the smart thing. Just gets to 1 kill. Make sure that he doesn't get traded, all the information conveyed over to the rest of his teammates. 30 seconds remaining, and the remaining members of North, they have to run on in straight towards the lower bomb site.
Well, Blood, I have returned. Issues, I have no idea what happened. It just kind of went out. Maybe it's the snow, who knows. But anyway, back into the action. KGB taking down Sticko early on into this one. Nice little 4v1 right here. So GODSENT having no problems locking in 15 rounds. Kriaz moving forward. We'll find the headshot onto Emmy. Maybe a little more action provided. He wants to hide away in this vent. Getting that AK in the next round. Doesn't go down after time nearly. I'll let it go in his way. But nonetheless, 15-9 for GODSENT. Map number 3 is looking locked in here, Blair. I just don't see a world in which North pulled this off, unfortunately. I know it's still not over until the fat lady sings, but I can hear her warming up her vocal cords.
She does have those beautiful pipes on her, Dinko, and I do agree with you. I can see her warming it up, and she's going to start singing anytime soon right now. GODSENT looking to close this one out. North, though. Oh, that's a nice pick from Crystal. Catching Sticko through the smoke volley. He gets a tag. He needs to make his escape, and it's going to be Emmy. Pushes on in, finds Cage and B, but it's still man advantage for the side of North. It's a 4v3, and Farley and Emmy both very low on health. Zen is going to check on top of Mini is a question. Kriaz is waiting patiently. It's all about the timing. Zen spots him out. Kriaz doesn't see the little bit of a pixel of Zen's head poking up. And with that, man advantage has been neutralized. However, North, they haven't really gone for a play yet. All 3 players gathered together towards this T-side lobby. And if they head towards this upper bomb side, Dinko, Zen is going to be lying in wait, and Emmy from the heavens looking to rain down hellfire.
Oh, Zen there with a kill the second as well. He nearly gets 3 lined up, but it's Lyco trying his best. GODSENT will win here on Nuke. We're going to map number 3. It's Overpass coming up. And honestly, when we take a look at how things have gone here in this map, I think this is more of what we expected. I honestly was stunned that GODSENT were playing as poorly as they were in the first map, but they recovered going into the second map, and I think that's what they always had in the back of their head, right? They always had that safety net of Nuke, and they show up here.
Yeah, and right now, results-wise, they're looking like one of the best teams out there when it comes to Nuke, which is an interesting map, a very interesting map to have in your back pocket. However, heading into Overpass, I don't know which way this one's going to go. Like I mentioned earlier, North got dismantled by Fury and Overpass, and I haven't seen GODSENT play Overpass recently, so I feel like the series is anyone's game right now.
Well, there's only one way to find out who will be the victor, and that's to go to Overpass. We'll be going there after a short break and some post-match analysis. Don't go anywhere. We reach map number 3 in this battle between North and GODSENT. Nuke goes GODSENT's way, and we'll have to end it on Overpass. We've seen a big performance on Train, a big comeback from North, but it wasn't existent here on Nuke. Only a flash here and there from a couple of individuals, Blur, but mostly it was the GODSENT show here on Nuke.
Yeah, just an overwhelming display of force coming out from the side of GODSENT, right? 11 to... I think it was 10-5 the first half, starting on the T side for GODSENT, and then of course winning the pistol round and the following anti-force and anti-eco rounds. That was just, I think it was pretty much done right there, but there was 13-5 at one point. Credit to North for trying to bring it back, but it felt like it was just coming down to some individual plays. There was a couple of rounds where they were able to break the money, but it never looked like GODSENT were ever out of it. They were in complete control. And of course, we see one of the clutches coming in from Gate here. Like I said, Gate has been fantastic so far, but Nuke, unfortunately, it wasn't the one-man show that he needed to kind of deliver to get the win.
I mean, KGB looked frustrated in a lot of those rounds because, you know, he was doing a lot of work, he was getting a lot of kills, but he knew it wasn't going to be enough. North just didn't play Nuke very well, to be honest. He had a couple of big underperformers, and then Kriaz didn't really do a whole lot in that first half. Christo was non-existent, really. I think the 2 new players didn't really deliver at all. And honestly, I feel like right now North need to figure out where they're going to put these 2 players. Obviously, it's very, very early. But right now, we haven't really seen them slot in perfectly. It's not a plug and play. We're going to talk about the clutches, Blake, because this was a big part of North's success. The only rounds that they really won were clutches, and it's just those individuals, Cajun B and Gade.
Yeah, and like you said, right, Cajun B, after he got that clutch, he didn't look happy at all. He was just looking annoyed, frustrated. And for Gate, though, he's been so good so far. Like, he was fantastic in the first game, fantastic in the second game, the highest rated player so far for the side of North in this tournament as well. Heading into Overpass, the one thing going the way of North is GODSENT haven't played Overpass with this lineup, with Emmy as the in-game leader replacing Crystal. They do have a fantastic win rate on it, but maybe that could be the difference maker, perhaps. I don't know.
I don't know, Blood, but we get the head-to-head. We've got KJB and Zen coming into this one. Zen in this tournament has been really solid for GODSENT. I feel like he's just been very solid for GODSENT for quite some time now, Blood.
Highest rated player for the side of GODSENT. Cajun B, though, unfortunately, he has been the lowest rated player right now for the side of North, and that is something which is a pretty damning stat right there, right? He's 0.76 HLTV rating in the first two games they had. Fortunately, he has been looking much better here on in this particular series. So it's basically the lowest rated player for North against versus the highest rated player for the side of GODSENT. So obviously, it's going to be a little bit skewed towards Zen.
Yeah, I think Zen coming into this event, I think he's been in talks with Ents apparently. You know, there's rumors about those moves. Nothing ever came of that, right?
That would be so weird.
Yeah, that was weird. And when you take a look at him, he's just a very talented player, right? He can take over the server, he can have a lot of big rounds. I haven't really seen that Zen in this series just yet. And if he shows up going into Overpass, this could be an exciting time. I really feel like there's more to offer here from Zen.
Oh, absolutely. He hasn't had to do anything, though, right?
Exactly,
I mean, like, everyone else is popping off. Everyone's getting kills. They're winning it so very comfortably. So it really hasn't had to do much. And when you say he didn't do much, he's still top fragged with Sticko. He had 20 kills.
I did not say that, but I
well.
said I haven't really seen him get to that level, right? He's like, it's just, we know how much he can give, right? In comparison to what has been on the server. There hasn't been one of those big Zen rounds where he completely flipped over and just destroyed the other team. It's actually been a really good team effort coming in from GODSENT.
Absolutely, and I think that's the sort of wins they want to take. They don't want someone just popping off and, you know, getting a 30 bomb to win them rounds. They want to win these games as a team. And looking at the kill spread, the bottom fragger was Madden on 16 kills. Top fragger was Sticko and Zen on 20. Everyone chipped in. Everyone is looking fantastic. On the other side for North, Kriaz, look, I don't want to really pick on the new kids on the block, like Kriaz and Christoph. Total of 23 kills between the two of them, 10 and 13 respectively. It's not ideal. Hopefully it turns around on Overpass. But I gotta say, even with Emmy coming in instead of Crystal, and the fact that they haven't played a single Overpass game, it's a map that this team, GODSENT, are very, very, very comfortable on.
Well, GODSENT are certainly comfortable on Overpass. We'll see with the new look Emmy coming into the team, whether or not they're able to compete in the same fashion. It's going to be Overpass coming up after the break. We'll see if North can fight back, or will it be GODSENT heading to the playoffs?